Hi, Colonel Holbeck here. Just want to take some time and address some concerns and questions that I received from some spouses. Appreciate you submitting those, and if you did not get to, you still can. Please submit your questions or concerns to 116acwpublicaffairs@gmail.com, and I can address those as well. So first question is, what are the latest developments in COVID-19 and operations in the 116th and geographically separated units? As COVID-19 continues to develop, it is affecting all of us, and in different ways. As for the operations at the wing and the GSUs, most of our operations are deemed mission essential by the Secretary of Defense. Those that are not, we have canceled. We are taking all precautions to ensure our members' safety while at work by adhering to all the current CDC guidelines and reminding everyone to adhere to those same guidelines when they're not at work. A few of the measures that we have implemented to ensure that safety is reducing or to reduce the spread is we've implemented the max use of telework where possible, realizing it's not possible, mostly in ops and maintenance. Also, we are allowing flexible or alternate work schedules, liberal leave, social distancing. Meetings are held virtually, and we have required sanitizing stations at all entries into the buildings, which have been reduced to 2 per building. Also, we are sanitizing each aircraft after each mission. So question number 2, my spouse is currently deployed, and how is the wing handling quarantine upon return? So when folks return from our deployment locations, they go into 14-day self-quarantine, and they can do that at home. The question here is that your personal situation does not allow for that. Members of the family are high risk. So in that case, you work that through your squadron leadership, and the base has lodging rooms available for us for those exact cases where the family members are high risk. So you will be put into lodging, and how will you be reimbursed for this huge expense? There is no expense. It is fully covered because of COVID-19. Question number 3 is, will a deployed member be able to break restriction of movement or quarantine in an emergency? And how will I return them to the States in an emergency? Emergencies will be handled the same way. A Red Cross notification will be sent to the location, and the member will be able to return depending on the emergency. But emergencies that go through the American Red Cross would be those that are deemed necessary for that member to return. Question 4 is basically, can we make or provide 116th legal services during other than drill periods, since the legal professionals are only drill status guardsmen? And the answer to that is yes, we can provide their phone numbers and contact information. They are very approachable and able to take calls, and we can definitely provide that to you. And we'll push that out to the squadron leadership to push to the spouses network. Question number 5, if the general directed max telework, then why is my office working spouse still coming into the office? Well, first, not knowing who the specific person is, I can't answer the direct question, but I can say that max telework is authorized but not always an option in every case. And if this member feels like they could be or should be teleworking, that is up to their individual supervisor and squadron leadership. So please have your member work that through their chain of command, and maybe they can get telework approved. But please have them reach out to their squadron leadership. Question number 6 is, rumor is that AMXS has stated they would shelter in place at work before stopping flying operations. Is this being considered? No, not at this time. Shelter in place on base is not being considered for Team J-Stars. Okay, question 7 is similar to question 6. Is there a point where my spouse would be required to shelter in place at work and not be able to come home? There has been discussion at various different levels, mostly at the national level, that this could occur for certain no-fail missions. Currently, J-Stars mission and other 116th and GSU missions are not classified as no-fail. So as of right now, no. But in the future, as this situation continues to develop, it could happen. But as of right now, I can't think of a point where this would happen. Question number 8. Many military members have household members that are high risk. Why are we risking bringing the virus home to the entire family? So with these types of situations, very, very good question. For those high-risk family members, we're asking the military members to bring those concerns to their leadership. And if the family situation is such that that member should stay home, that's why we have the max use of liberal leave and teleworking options to not have that member go back and forth between work and home, incurring greater risk to those family members. For those who are unable to work from home, just want to reassure you that we are taking all precautionary measures on the base to keep them safe while they are here, to prevent the spread and to mitigate the threat here on the base. But again, if you are a high-risk family member and concerned, please ensure your member addresses that with their squadron leadership. Question number 9, what actions are being taken to protect military members at work so they don't bring the virus home? As previously stated, what we're doing in the units is sanitization. As soon as they arrive into the buildings, they're sanitizing stations. It is mandatory that they use the sanitizer. We're enforcing, or at least emphasizing, washing hands regularly, very regularly. We're wiping down all multi-use facilities as far as snack bar areas, any kind of refrigerator, microwave area, repeatedly wiping down all surfaces. We're having folks do the alternate shifts or alternate work schedules and staggering shifts so that there's no overlap in those incoming and outgoing. Again, reducing as best we can to mitigate the spread while your members are at work. And again, encouraging everyone to continue to abide by all the guidelines when they are away from work. As folks stop to get the groceries or the gas, we're encouraging folks to remember to have sanitizer in their car and to use the wipes or the sanitizer at those locations as well. Question number 10, I live in another state while my spouse works in the 116th. Can I travel to Georgia to be with him? Can he travel to me on the weekends? Currently, due to the COVID-19 situation, we don't encourage you to travel. However, you are under state and local authorities and their guidelines. The member, however, is not able to travel for other than official travel. Question number 11, what is the status of base facilities that families rely on, like the BX and commissary, and will they continue to be accessible in the near future? As of today, 1500, the 78th has a meeting every day at 3 o'clock to address the status of all the base facilities. And as of today, the BX and commissary are open and will remain open. The commissary will, on Tuesdays and Thursdays starting next week, be open only on those days to active duty military, active duty including active duty and guard, but only for military members. But it is open the remainder of the days for civilians and retirees. And as those facilities further restrict access or limit their hours, we'll push that out as well. And the status of all base facilities is on the Robins Air Force Base Facebook site. You can check on there to see the current status of all the facilities on base. So that's all the questions that were submitted. Again, if you didn't get yours in or if you have one now, please submit your questions or concerns to 116acwpublicaffairs@gmail.com, and I would love to address those concerns. Appreciate all those who submitted questions, and I just want you to know that I appreciate you and your support of your members, and your well-being is just as important as the members. So please abide by the CDC guidelines and ensure the members are as well. Please take care, and please don't go to work sick. Please don't allow your members to come to work if they are sick. Allow them to stay home and contact their provider. Again, thank you for your time, and I appreciate you all. God bless.